Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to the Big Blue Offensive Podcast with Mike Trainer, Jay Jules, and John Depot. Hey, what's up, everybody? Giants fam. We are back. What a difference a week makes, guys. Right? What a fucking difference. I'm Mike. That's Jules. That's John. Ben is in the building. He's not special guest no more. We just call him.
Thank you.
Ben's in the building now.
Ben is just in the building.
He's on the active roster now, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, you know what? Everybody's in the building now too, because what we get a win. Everybody's mic works. Everybody shows up on time. The connection's working well. Like all of a sudden, huh?
Things are different now.
Everything's different. Daniel Jones is throwing deep passes. Like life,
hit a fucking bomb in the corner of the end zone.
Knock you out of survivor pools.
Yeah, I got knocked out. I deserved it, but it was kind of fun. But I'm still in one, so it's all right. No big deal.
Yeah, but
I just got knocked out of the bigger one. That sucked. And all the talk, we said Denver, we said the Bears. Nah, I just fucking ignored it.
Yeah, dude, if you look at all our picks last week, we were like 13-3 or some shit. It was fucking crazy. Whatever we decided, it was nuts. I did fairly well last week because I listened to our podcast and I put
motherfucker.
Down. So it definitely worked out. But I tell you, Daniel Jones is back, fellas. Top 10 quarterback in the NFL since the Minnesota game in all fucking major categories. TDs, only one interceptions, passing yards, the list goes on and on. It just seems like he has that like real good connection with Slayton, man. I don't know what it is, but he has that. They have that chemistry. There's no denying that. I think that's the reason why Hyde don't play. He can't get that number 3 spot. You know what I mean? There's no way.
There's no way. You're right. Because you're right. He has that, and then Wendell's been amazing as that possession receiver underneath to help out. But since the tight end hasn't been playing that role, and then when Neighbors comes back, he's over the top. I mean, there's so much to talk about this game. There were so many things that stepped up. You know, the fact that we had no Neighbors, no Slayton on the road against a 3-1 team that everybody was saying maybe they were a little bit like, you know, fluffed or whatever, but they gave a hell of a game, almost came back against Detroit in Detroit. I mean, bro, we were supposed to get stomped. Like, you know, there was no, like, we were like the biggest underdog on the board. Like, it was crazy. And man, listen, they pulled it out. That's all that matters. That's why any given Sunday you got to play the games, and we split, right? So I got my split in so far. I'm in a good mood.
Jules, you said it wrong. You said Slayton was not there. It was Singletary that wasn't there. I know what you meant. But
yeah. Oh, sorry.
Look at the way the rookie running back stepped up too.
Oh yeah.
I was waiting for someone to jump in and talk about my man.
Please take it away.
Hey, listen, you know what? It's funny because obviously we do so much of that fantasy shit. So, you know, you hear a lot of different opinions about players, and guys were really like a few different channels were hyping him up during the preseason and shit. And they were like, man, I'm telling you, I know there's a lot of running backs that are coming out and this and that. They're like, but don't sleep on this kid, Tracy. They're like, yo, he was a receiver in college, transferred to Purdue. I know they said it 100 times on Sundays. If you're watching the game, you've heard this already a million times. But like, then actually produced at Purdue or he was in Iowa and then went to Purdue, whatever. And was an efficient running back. That doesn't happen often. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, the guys don't usually make that transition in college and then have a good senior year. I mean, that's part of the reason why he went in the 6th round, you know, because like no one was or whatever round it was, no one was expecting anything from him really. Or, you know what? It's like one of those, fuck it. Maybe the kid makes special teams. But you know what? He looked fucking good on Sunday, bro. I couldn't believe it. He was hitting the whole hard. He showed speed. And we didn't even utilize him as a receiver. I mean, fuck.
Before anybody else goes, can I just say, Jules, every time Jules mentions fantasy football, I'm going to throw a fart noise into the podcast. So,
no.
All right, John, Ben, take it away, man. What do you think about the game?
I mean, the game started off as most Giants games do with just a fucking nightmare first couple of plays. And then I don't know what was said, what happened, whatever it was, but they fucking got their heads on straight and they just fucking dominated basically the entire rest of the game. The score was way closer, especially at the half and especially at the end of the game than the game actually was. If it wasn't for, I mean, we'll get into the Eric Gray fumble at the goal line, that ball was in the end zone, no question about it. And
That ball.
it was a touchdown. It was a touchdown. Whatever. There was a 14-point swing after a fucking phenomenal beginning of the drive, and Daniel Jones, Dable, everybody who needed to step up stepped up, and it was just a fucking pleasure to see. And you guys are talking about this kid, Tracy, whatever his name is. Honestly, you got to give it to the offensive line, bro. The offensive line was creating holes, was letting Daniel Jones sit back there. The wide receivers get open, and it's just we're so unaccustomed to a good offensive line that we almost can't even recognize it right in the beginning of our podcast. It was the reason why we won the game. The offensive and the defensive lines was the reason why we won that game, and Daniel Jones, obviously.
Trenches.
But it's fucking phenomenal to actually sit there and have a functional team. It's just phenomenal.
Ben?
It's also nice too, once in a while, to see us keep fucking showing up on the stat sheet that we're the team with fucking a bunch of sacks, because they had 7 fucking sacks, man. Just to kind of put an extra exclamation point on line play. Holy fuck, 7? 7. They are now leading the NFL in team total sacks.
Crazy.
Fuck, man, let's go. I do remember somebody saying that they would end up as a top 10 defense this year. I don't remember who said that.
Still early. I thought this was going to be a disaster of a game. All roads were leading to us going to Seattle shorthanded. So our neighbors were sitting out by like Saturday. We got the confirmation. Singletary popped up on that injury report midweek. I didn't even see that one coming. So I was nervous about it all. I thought we were going to get killed, like our brakes blown off. But Abel went in with he outcoached that new coach over there at McDonald. Completely outcoached him, put on a clinic. And everybody played well. Daniel Jones quietly. Every time I want to hate him. Every time I push this guy away, he comes back and he does some shit like this. And it's like he pulls me back into like he's a gamer and I want to root for him, but it's like I'm like he has a ceiling. I don't think so. I don't think it's him. And then he pulls something like this on the road. And and he played a good game.
Great game.
The offensive line, like John said, is really since the Super Bowl. Like we're going back beyond the Eli years. Like it's been a while. The running lanes, the pass protection, Illuminor. Please extend him. Extend the Illuminor today. Do something with Runyon. Let's get these guys. Van Roten, whatever. And Andrew Thomas, who's my guy, has had a little bit of an up and down year so far. He's gotten,
that sack wasn't his fault.
No, but we saw
that they counted that as kind of bullshit.
But like John said, we had the fumble, you know what I mean? And then we were like, oh crap. But then we drove down the field, and then the Gray fumble. I'm talking about the Daniel Jones fumble first, right? Off the snap. Then the Gray fumble, they brought it back. I was like, oh, here we go. That just kind of killed us. They dug deep though, and the Seattle defense was completely exposed. The guy, Trey Brown, the corner that was on Slayton put that dude on skates all day long. Slayton, and again, I don't like Slayton in the fourth quarter. Go to Slayton all 3.5 quarters. Fourth quarter, not throw him the ball. He drops everything. The guy is butterfingers in the fourth quarter. We've seen it too many times before. Tyrone Tracy's really good. I like it. I say Singletary comes back. Committee. Yeah. I've been talking about, because I've never been a Saquon guy. I don't like his draft position. For me, I don't like a feature back. I like a committee. Get Singletary on the early work. Get Tracy in on the third down work. Work them in. Make your offense more dynamic. Do what Detroit does with Montgomery and Gibbs. Elongate their careers. Make them keep fresh. Dable, do some shit with them. Wandale, do some stuff with them. I like where this offense can go if this line really gets this chemistry and this health going. I also want to say this is good for Evan Neal. Evan Neal on the bench. He probably should have been benched at one point and watched what real vets can do. Hopefully he's learning, because maybe we're not done with him. Maybe he comes in on injury and stuff. He's our depth piece and he does something. It was a great performance. The defense, I can't say enough. Love for Dexter.
Deontay Banks, bro.
I keep pro with Deontay Banks. Deontay Banks held
DK was supposed to eat him up, I thought, Vic.
No, he came through. He came through. And you know what? Cordell Flott's not getting his flowers either. It's been like 3-4 games. Cordell Flott has been holding it down. Like, he's been solid.
Who drafted him?
I love Adoree Jackson. I always got love for Adoree Jackson. He made a big play in the end zone. And the Drew Phillips kid, Tyler Nubin's Jules' boy. I think the defense, McFadden's been having a good year. I think Bobby O is having somewhat of a quiet year. He's being all right. But Burns showed up. Tibbs showed up somewhat.
Dex, bro. Dex leads the team in sacks.
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence is better than Quinn Williams. Dexter Lawrence.
He might. I know he's up there.
Williams.
Dexter Lawrence is better than every defensive tackle in football right now.
Who drafted?
Except for maybe Chris Jones. That's the only dude that you got to throw out there. Chris Jones on the Chiefs.
This year,
listen, right now, maybe 5 games in or whatever. Yeah, sure. All right. Dexter's got an edge on him, but like overall, they're going to give him the rating. They know
he's not getting double teamed. Yeah. He's not getting double teamed anymore.
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence getting double teamed the whole game.
You know?
What's crazy? He embarrasses offensive linemen when they don't double team them.
Oh, let's give Simmons, Isaiah Simmons, his props too. It shows resilience. This guy he was benched for 4 games. This guy continues to work hard and comes up with the play of the game. Isaiah Simmons. Slayton was cut off this team at one point. There's a lot of resilience with a lot of these guys. I think Jalen Hyatt will show up one day. There's going to be resilience. He's learning. I hear a lot of the stories out there are bullshit. I hear a lot of it's lies. He never asked to be traded, and I believe it. I believe that this dude is just trying to work hard, trying to learn or whatever. He will get his day. It's just not happening now because, like you said before, the chemistry with Slayton is there. Wandale has his role. He was a second rounder. You know what I mean? And then you got Neighbors.
Neighbors who just took 6th overall.
I love that Daniel Jones spread the ball out. They ran the ball. Like, it shows that we don't have to rely on this 20-year-old Neighbors kid for our entire offense. Our offense can be opened up.
You know why, Ben? You know why? Because it's Daniel Jones and everybody there pretty much their 3rd year in the same system, finally. For once since Eli Manning. You know what I mean? That's huge for us. You see the way he has that offense like down pat. It's like, it's like night or day, man.
He threw deep. And he threw deep, like they said before.
He did. He got a deep pass in. I'm not going to go crazy, but he got one in. That's all I need to start seeing a little more.
He got 2 in.
He threw it back.
That's right.
Shot the guns like an idiot that he is.
Full flag. Nobody else gets it up except us.
An idiot.
We get the flag. Nobody else does. Mahomes could do it last night. Go ahead. No flag.
How nice was that throw to Slayton in the touchdown? How nice was that throw to Wandale with the touchdown? 2 really nice throws. Nice throws. Nice.
The kid just plays so hard, bro. When you watch Daniel Jones play, bro, you could just see that the kid fucking wants it.
I don't like him running. I don't like him running.
Slide. He needs to fucking slide.
Yeah, you gotta run.
I hear you, but
we do not want
you're not wrong. Like, you want him to slide, you want him to be protected. But I think a part of his game is just he's a tough motherfucker, bro. And he's got to feel that fucking adrenaline. And that's where he's going to play at his best. When he's out there fucking getting hit, running into defensive linemen, putting them on their fucking back and standing over them and talking shit to them. I mean, I don't know what you want to say. Like, you got to respect that shit, regardless of how good or bad or inconsistent or whatever it is. When you're going up against these monsters in the NFL, and Daniel Jones is a big kid. I'm not trying to say that he's some fucking Kyler Murray or anything like that. He's a big kid himself, but still, bro, these kids in the NFL that are playing defensive linemen, playing linebacker and shit, they are world class, absolute monsters. And for this kid to be running into them, giving them the shoulder, standing up, fucking talking shit, bro, you just gotta respect it. And the kid can play ball, man. I'm so glad that it's. We had a really bad first game in Minnesota. He's had 4 really good games since then. And finally, we're starting winning a couple games. And who knows where the season goes. But it's just nice to fucking see this kid actually having success, man. It's just nice.
Nice to be watchable.
For real. Listen, you know what he's got to learn to do? Because you'll see a lot of that game in Josh Allen with the running. Because he's a big dude as well, right? But he at least has gotten to the point in his career. Maybe not all the time. He'll still do it when he shouldn't. But he'll at least get to that point in time where he knows, okay, hey, this is a big game. This is a division game. Game's on the line. It's the 4th quarter. That's when you lower your shoulder. You know what I'm trying to say? You fight for that extra year. You let that defense, you want to set the tone in the beginning of a big game, playoffs or whatever. Fine, lower that shoulder. Let them fucking know that you'll come at them sometimes. but you also got to know when to back down a little too, right? You know what I'm saying? Run out of bounds, slide. You know, in the middle of the first quarter after the tone's been set, you don't need to keep running into dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's just where you got to like start to realize the game a little bit more. And I think he will. I'm not saying he won't, but that's the part that he now needs to start maturing with.
Well, I think we should move on to the Cincinnati Bengals. And what did we think?
Or do we want to do some quick news around the NFL real fast before we jump into next week?
Now let's save that. I want to say that right before the picks because that leads.
Okay.
But yeah, I know what we're gonna go with there. That should be a fun conversation.
Woo, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but listen, next week with the Sunday night game, and most of us are off on Mondays because it's a holiday, which is awesome.
Right. Where we go? We out.
We definitely we probably should go to the game actually, since it's Sunday night, but we'll talk about that after. I think the key to winning against the Bengals, I took the Ravens against the Bengals and they went nuts. They were scoring at will against each other on Sunday. I was panicking. But for one key thing, we need to get to Joe Burrow. These guys need to get sacked. If they beat the shit out of Joe Burrow, we got an easy W. And I think they can. The way that their offensive line, I think Cincinnati lost their right tackle in the game. So
I think one of their interior guys is banged up too.
That's even more great news. Yeah. Bad news for them, but great news for us. And then I think our guys are going to eat and just dominate them. And I think it might be an easy, like at home. Finally, I think we're going to get to 30 points. I think we're going to score a lot of points to get that Bengals defense because I don't see that great of a defense, man. I don't know.
I feel like anytime we feel that shit never happens. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, oh, everybody's been lighting them up. So it's too, and the fucking game ends up being like a 17-10 game.
6-3.
The Giants have a history for as long as I can remember of playing up to and down to whatever the competition is. So as much as like we could think, oh yeah, we should be able to, maybe win the game handily if we can get to Burrow. You could just see how it would be a fucking 21-17, 10 minutes into the fourth quarter trying to fucking figure it out.
And Burrow's been playing out of his fucking mind the last couple
Bengals are not a true 1-14. They lost to Kansas City on a fluke call. They lost to the Ravens you just mentioned on like in overtime, and there was some bad calls that didn't go their way. They are a tough team. Like
they forgot how to play They forgot to play defense against Washington.
Yeah, they're.
You know what I mean? Like they just stopped playing D in the second half.
They're gonna be legit. They're not gonna be a walk in the park. No way. 30 with the Giants in there, no fucking way. It just doesn't happen. We win ugly. If we're gonna win, we're gonna win this ugly.
I think we're gonna blow them out. You heard it here first.
Oh goodness, here we go.
You're lips to God's ears, bro.
30-13 final. 30-13.
Oh god!
Yeah, train.
Bro, if anything, it would be more like a fucking 38-28 game or something. If we're gonna even think of that.
No,
they're gonna put up points.
Our defense is gonna dominate that motherfucker. I can't wait.
Because honestly, I'll be honest with you there now. So, Vin, if you want to talk about a receiver that could fucking show up and really kind of work banks, Jamar Chase is no fucking joke, man.
Oh, he's
you know what I'm saying? Like you're talking about literally, arguably one of the maybe top 3 in the league, 100%. Right? Like you know what I'm saying? Like he falls in that real simple. Like I understand we kind of held Justin Jefferson in check. He did get that bullshit touchdown, in my opinion. So that's one. CeeDee Lamb, I guess what? CeeDee Lamb didn't. He had that one play. If you take that one fucking play away, where at least he should be tackled, and he doesn't run for an extra 20 yards to fucking score.
DK this week.
And then DK. Yeah. But you know what it is? I'm sorry. I just feel like CeeDee Lamb and Hill and then fucking Jamar Chase and, maybe St. Brown. Those are like your elite receivers in the league right now. You know what I'm trying to say? Like these other guys are good. DK is a top 10 possibly.
Throw Neighbors in there. Throw Neighbors in there.
He's Clyde Davis in the top 10. He's in the top
10.
Number 1. No doubt about it. You know what I mean? He's playing. Listen, hey, Marvin Harrison didn't do much this past weekend either. You know what I mean? So, overall, I think fucking Neighbors is outplaying Harrison right now. Currently. I mean, there's a long fucking season left, obviously. But right now, if I had to say who would get like a rookie of the year over those two, it would be fucking Neighbors.
Oh, he's definitely getting rookie of the year, no doubt about it.
You got Daniels in Washington, which is annoying.
Yeah, you got to give it to him.
You got to keep seeing what he does too.
That's so annoying.
So listen, you know what? I've been talking a lot of shit about that team, but it's true. They haven't beaten a team with a winning record yet this season. I'm not talking about fake 1-4 versus 1-4-1 teams. Man, you can't talk about a bigger one than those two right there. They're like fucking the mirror of each other.
Nice, Jules. Nice.
Yeah, they are the fucking mirror of each other.
You know what I'm saying? Literally, like, just think about it. Say we beat them and fucking Cincinnati plays defense. Well, I'm sorry. You're at 2-2 at best. You know what I'm saying? Against fucking winless teams and shit, or teams with one win. Like, give me a break.
Cincinnati has fallen on hard times. All right.
Anything? Real quick. I'm sorry. Cincinnati could be a get-right game for them because they play us and Cleveland. They win those two games, they're right back in the thick of it. So they're probably looking forward to us and Cleveland. So their perspective is we could beat these Giants. They're fake. You know, everybody in the NFL. So
they're a beatable team. You're right, dude. You're right. I was gonna say that for when we do the picks, but
their perspective is stupid. We don't like their perspective. Fuck the Bengals. All right, so around the league, man, I got a text on Yahoo this morning that the Jets fired their fucking head coach. Yeah, like Rodgers went in there. He had a meeting with like what's his name, Woody Harrelson, whatever his fucking name.
Johnson.
Yeah, he had a little fucking rendezvous fucking Monday night with Woody Harrelson, and he's like, "Yeah, I heard this motherfucker's gonna fire my friend. That's a terrible offensive coordinator." So Woody Harrelson was like, "Cheers." He's like, "Sahala, you're fired. Get the fuck out. I'm gonna escort you out so you can't steal any playbooks or Jet memorabilia." And he's fucking gone, man. It's fucking crazy, yo.
Listen, first of all, you could do this. This is a fact check for everyone listening, all right, and you guys as well. Woody Harrelson's actual dad is a gangster. Like, the dude was in jail. You know what I'm saying? So, using Woody Harrelson shit, using it a little lightly here. Maybe be Woody Sr. Yeah, that dude's no joke. But yeah, bro, imagine that shit. You just like, he showed up to work as if it was a normal day, went in the office, and all of a sudden they were like, "Come on, you got to go to Woody's office." He's like, "All right, cool, whatever," Goes in there and they're like, "Yeah, you have like 20 minutes to clear your shit out and you're done." What? And rumor had it that he was going to go in and have a conversation with Woody this week to file Hackett. And he was like, "Yo, we're going to fire the OC." And that was his move for the week. He got fucking whacked before he could do anything.
That's crazy, bro. Week 5, getting fired. That's crazy.
That's right. I got to tell you, though, Salah's been a horrific coach. He's had a horrific record. But I would have given him the Buffalo game because if they win, they're in first place.
Right.
I would have at least given them the Buffalo game. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's Aaron Rodgers just saying, bro. You're either going to get rid of him or you're going to get rid of me. Pick one.
Yo, Rodgers is a coach killer. He got McCarthy fired. And that dude, they won the Super Bowl together. Rodgers
is always Super Bowl, too.
Beyond diva. He's a diva beyond diva.
Rodgers, I'm the reason. I'm the reason.
Diva white boy on the fucking world, dude. It's crazy.
Aaron Rodgers always thinks that he was Tom Brady without the rings.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Without even the Super Bowl appearances. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of cooking out of the NFC Championship game and saving his life. Donovan McNabb with a ring.
10 years, the NFC ran through Lambeau, and this guy got one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Underachiever to me. Big time.
Wild underachiever, bro.
He's great, but he's such a overrated player. It's not even funny. He's not a winner.
That's why I waited on draft night.
Confidence is great, but like I just think he always played and approached the game with just too much confidence. Where he was always just overconfident, and like that's where he just doesn't show up. You know what I'm trying to say? Where it's like he's like, I'm gonna blame that guy for that fucking play.
No, he points his finger at everybody. It's insane.
Bro. Like, listen, and then this is your Super Bowl team. They're gonna beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship with an intern coach now. And Devontae Adams is going to come just for the fucking shits and giggles.
Devontae Adams won't fix this. Devontae Adams is probably better off going to, like, Baltimore, like he tweeted out, or Pittsburgh. Like, I think he's going to end up in Pittsburgh. I don't know why. I think Pittsburgh's going to come out of nowhere and grab Devontae Adams. That's what I think.
I can see that.
The only thing with that is just, like, does he really trust Fields? Because Russell Wilson, we're probably never going to hear from again. At least not in Pittsburgh.
Is Wilson healthy? Is he back? Like, is he?
Rumor has it he is, and they're just kind of playing the injury a little because of the way Fields has been playing the last couple of weeks.
I figured that.
Like, Wilson could have definitely have been back for it last week, if I'm not mistaken, if not the week before.
So, like, you guys watch that game?
Like, huh?
Did you watch the Sunday night game? I fell asleep. I couldn't.
I was feeling kind of nice, so
I watched it. I made it. I had money
There was definitely a few extra shots going around for that Giants game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nice.
I can imagine.
I was lucky. I was like, wait, I made it back to Brooklyn, right?
All right, so all right, I guess that's a wrap, right? We'll do the picks. John, you want to stick around for the picks?
Nah, my wife just got home from dinner. I'm just gonna go hang out downstairs for a little bit. I want to watch Kill Tony. I recommend all of you guys to get into that show. It is fucking great.
Which one?
Kill Tony. It's Tony Hinchcliffe's fucking stand-up show on YouTube. It is phenomenal. Watch it. The Legion of Skanks guys are on there this week. But yeah, the gambling just doesn't do anything for me.
It's like a porno that you're watching. The Legion of Skanks. What the fuck is that?
Oh, dude, you guys are not plugged in, bro. You got to get plugged into the comedy scene, dude.
Yeah,
that's Dave Smith.
Watch the Skanks.
Yeah, I love it. That tattoo of it. But no, it's Dave Smith, who's on Joe Rogan all the time. Big J. Okerson is fucking great, even though he's an Eagles fan. And Louis J. Gomez, who's fucking hilarious too. All high quality content. If you like to laugh, those are the fucking shows to watch right now. But they're on Kill Tony tonight, or last night, I should say. So I want to go do that. And I can't promote gambling. I don't believe in it anymore. Sorry, guys.
Don't worry about it.
So
I got a lot for tonight's show.
One parting thing. Fucking Yankees, let's go. Giants, let's go. It's actually, we're having winning sports in fucking New York right now. Mets won again today, which, I mean, who cares? But still a New York team. Jets have their fucking problems, but guys, let's fucking go Yankees. Let's fucking go Giants. Keep winning ball games, bro, and fucking we're all gonna be happy.
Fuck
right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, boys.
All right. Later, John.
Peace.
Pick time, fellas. Skanks is the only way that John gets off. Let's go. We'll start with picks for the week. All right. The first game, the Amazon game on Thursday night. San Fran is going into Seattle. They're 3.5 point favorites. The 49ers are 3.5.
Dude, how does San Fran not win this game? Are they really going to be this off this year for whatever fucking reason? I think they come in. It might be close. I hate the fact that they're giving 3.5 on the road, but dude, they have to win this game. For them, I feel like it's a must win. Although Seattle then turn around and have lost 3 straight. You know what I mean? 2 back-to-back at home. This should be a fun one to watch. There's going to be a lot of players going that are in fucking lineups this week. I mean, I don't know, man. I just think that San Fran has to pull this out. I just think it's bigger for them for whatever reason.
If you look at their season long term, San Fran was never an undefeated team to me. Never, as much as everybody hyped them. They're going to have their 5 or 6 losses for the year. They hit a little rut, the injury bug. They got some guys back last week. I think they beat Seattle. It'll probably be close, but I think Seattle's also that wild card 500 team, a 9-18. Their ceiling is maybe 10 wins. So Niners all the way here. All the way.
Okay. And if it makes it even more of a point, then they have to play the Chiefs, followed by the Cowboys, followed by the Bucks, followed by the Seahawks again. Mm. So, dude, they really need to.
Big divisional win.
They can go down fast.
Big divisional game for both teams, but I think the Niners pull this out.
All right. Moving on to the London game. We got another 9:30 game.
Yay.
Now, Bears are considered the home team against Jacksonville. Bears are -2.5. Jacksonville actually showed up last week. Go figure.
They did. You know what? I'm not buying this Chicago bullshit. Well, we're going to put them at 4-2. I think Jacksonville is used to playing in London. And some reason they're going to fucking show up. It's going to be like a little bit of a shootout possibly. But I think Jacksonville wins this game.
What's the line?
2.5. Chicago's favorite.
I'm going to go with Chicago here just because there's always that one surprise team that, remember Minnesota when we beat them that year, they won 14 games. I think Chicago is that team.
Because Minnesota being undefeated at this isn't a surprise.
No, Sam
Darnold at quarterback.
I think Chicago is the darling here. I think Chicago had a lot of changes. They're a storied franchise. I feel like Caleb is something that they're trying to promote now in this league. And I think Chicago will beat Jacksonville, and it'll be close because Jacksonville is that's their home. And I like what I saw out of Jacksonville last week with their run game. You let Tank Bigsby go. Let's go. But yeah, I think Chicago wins.
You know, I'm speaking of Jules fantasy football. I have Tank Bigsby. I had him on my bench and
Me
finally
too.
had to break out. And now he's looking like they're gonna even get. He's even going to get more carries now going forward.
Let's go.
So that's like the rumor going around. So obviously I got to start
He's
him.
healthy. He's
That's why
healthy, Trina.
I'm going to take him. I'm going to take Jacksonville just because of Tank. I think they get the
And
W.
London, bro. That's like their home away from home.
It is.
They're playing 2 games there this year, I think.
Yeah, but do they win there? Look at the win record. Do they
They
win?
do. They're overdue.
They
They
always
got Jacksonville fans there. Guys don't even know what Jacksonville is. They think it's a cool city. They think it's next to Miami. You don't realize it's fucking like 400 miles north of Miami.
That's
in
the
the
one
same
thing.
state.
That's the one thing Jules fucking didn't talk about, that Jacksonville goes there to lose every time. You left that part out.
Yeah, he's like that. That's their
They're
home
due, bro.
Do they
They're
win
fucking
there?
due.
It's their home, guys. I'm like, oh, okay, so they should, but nope. They just
No, they don't. They're
I don't think
overdue.
they've ever won in London, but it's okay. They do, bro. They do.
Oh man.
first time for everything, right? All right, moving on. We got like 6 1 o'clock games. Tampa Bay is in New Orleans. What happened to the Saints? They started off on fire, averaging 90 points a game, and now they just look like they just look terrible.
Typical.
What? Yeah, right. Typical fucking team. Like
What's
I'm
the spread?
2.5. Tampa Bay's in favor.
Give me Tampa all day.
Yeah,
Baker's playing out of his fucking mind. They should have never lost that Thursday night game. That was pathetic. That was just the fact that they somehow lost that. I'm like mind fucked on that. It's crazy. You know what? New Orleans just don't look right. And what if Carr's hurt? They also this kid's gonna come in. He's gonna play. I mean, dude, Olave's supposed to be a top receiver. He got fucking shut down on Monday night. I mean. And Kamara looked like Kamara of old now. Like now that he's old man now, he didn't look like he was in the first couple of weeks. So I like Tampa all day.
I agree. I like Tampa. Saints are reeling. Even when they were on that tear, I'm like, typical Carr will go on this tear, and then he'll turn into a pumpkin again. Looks like he's hurt. Quick fantasy tip: there's this IR running back, Keaton Mitchell, I think his name is. Take a look at him for fantasy. He might take that job from Kamara when he gets healthy.
We'll see.
All right. Moving on. In Green Bay is minus 5.5 against Arizona. I kind of like Arizona getting the points. I think this is a back and forth game.
Wait, this is in Lambeau though, right?
In Lambeau, yeah, but yeah, I know you want to take Green Bay just to win. This is one of the game, Jules. If you're a betting person, bet Green Bay money line and bet Arizona points, and you win both bets. I'm telling you.
Yeah, like you said, like you called out the Jacksonville thing. How many times have you won that bet?
Dude, I've done that a lot, which is
Okay.
the scary part. You know what I mean? It's usually when I'm down like $500-600 and I have no choice. But yeah, usually for some reason I just hit those. I know the game to pick, and I think this is the game to pick. That's why I'm taking Arizona with the points.
Listen, Green Bay's a favorite in the NFC. They're going to put on a clinic. Love is back. Dobbs, I don't know what the fuck was going on with him, but he should be playing this week. That dude fucking Tyler Kraft, the tight end, looks fucking awesome. Yeah, I think they roll. Honestly, I think they roll. I like that's how fucking confident I am. I mean, look, I understand Kyler's playing better, Marvin Harrison, whatever. They just beat the 49ers and they're up and down. They could have beat the Bills. Like, I get it, but I'm still not impressed with that team. Not yet. I think in Lambeau, I think they fucking crush.
I agree with Trainer. I think it'll be close. Like that. Give me the points. I think Green Bay will win, but it'll be closer. So I'll take the points.
Yeah, it's one of those weird games. All right, moving on. Here's another shit game. Indy is, I guess, favored by 0.5 point over Tennessee. In Tennessee. I mean, Joe Flacco, like he scares you. You know,
listen, is Joe Flacco playing?
But it's probably going to be Richardson again, I guess, right?
Yeah,
is he going to be back or no?
Listen, I'll tell you this much. If, like, from a real true betting perspective, if Flacco plays, I like him. I will bet on him. I think the Colts roll. If they bring in Anthony Richardson with no Jonathan Taylor, let's say he's out again this week too, I can see fucking Tennessee winning that game. Like it's like that for me, at least. I think Anthony Richardson's the most overrated young quarterback in the league.
Right? I like what you're saying, Jules. I like it. I feel more comfortable picking Indy if Flacco is in that game. We won't find out till game time, or is Richardson in? Is he playing?
Probably find out Friday.
Yeah,
that's when we'll really know. Like,
yeah, so I would wait on that
last week.
I would wait on who's starting. Because I agree with Jules. I think Richardson plays. Give me Tennessee. Richardson doesn't play. Give me Flacco and Indy. You know,
all day, like
I
big
agree.
time.
I get
Yeah.
that.
You want to talk about confidence? Flacco's got some confidence now, man. Ex-Jet quarterback, by the way.
Yeah, they could use him right now, actually. All right, next game. This is my survivor pick. Unfortunately, I have to take them in Philadelphia. They're minus 8.5 against Cleveland. I don't know what the fuck Cleveland's doing with their lives. I thought they're going to be a good team, but they just look so bad. Not even just offense, but defense too. Like I don't know what happens to that team, man. I'm going to take Philly with a route. They probably blow them out. They're coming off a bye week. They're fresh legs.
I think AJ Brown's healthy. Devonta Smith should be out of concussion protocol, I believe.
Shit.
Like they should. This should be that come. Like you want to talk. They don't need to get right, but this should be the come out game so that they fucking just come out and show the fucking league that they're still fucking a good team. Because if they don't, oh god,
And they play us next week.
It really is sad what you said about Cleveland. Like Cleveland's a likable team. I like that coach. That coach is gonna get fired all because Deshaun Watson. He walks off the field. He didn't want to go for it on fourth down. He's the like his contract is just the epicenter of all the dysfunction on that team. The line is banged up. It's spilled over to the defense. The defense is good. They're on the field all day long, and they're they can't. It's not a defensive league anymore. Defensive teams are not going to carry you through the regular season, and Philadelphia is gonna. It's gonna be a rout. They're gonna kill them. 2 touchdowns.
Yep. All right. Moving on. Next game in New England. This start in May. May gets his start.
oh, is he finally started?
Yeah, Houston is.
Oh my god. I mean,
It's a
Jacoby
bad spot,
Jacoby was fucking. He was averaging like 120 fucking yards passing a game. Really?
He was
It's a
dominating.
bad spot for him, though.
It is. Against Houston. They're playing the rookie against Houston. I mean, I don't know if that's
Houston's defense is a little softer than you think. They have a good pass rush, but they could be thrown on a little bit. I know they have 1 or 2 good corners, but they're a little bit more deceptible than you think. But I like Houston. I've been picking them all year. I think they roll easily.
Gotta take them.
Me too.
Yeah, rookie quarterback. Those are like even in. I think I know it was Bill Belichick's day, but rookie quarterbacks going against New England. Oh wait, no, he plays for New England.
Yeah, it was,
I just said I'll edit
it was
that.
the other way around, but yeah.
He saw ghosts. He sees ghosts. Stan Darnold saw ghosts.
What happened? All right, so all right, we all like Houston. All right, next game in Baltimore. Game of the week, I guess, at the 1 o'clock game. They're playing Washington. This is what everybody wanted the flex game to on Sunday night, but the Giants weren't going to get flexed out. But it's Washington and Baltimore. Baltimore's minus 6.5.
Mike, this almost feels like your fucking bet. Baltimore's gonna win, but take the points too, and you can't lose.
Doesn't
it
it
almost feels like that? But am I really truly supposed to fucking believe that Washington is this team all of a sudden? First of all, their defense sucks. All right, I'm gonna put that out there. Their defense sucks. All right, like the Ravens could fucking run all over them and hold the ball for fucking 30 minutes if they want to. Yeah. Will they? I don't know. They have been doing a lot of explosive plays because you can see Henry just rip one for like 50. Boom, they're in already. Lamar fucking hits Zay Flowers for a big one. You know what I mean? And it turns into some kind of weird fucking shootout again. But, I mean, dude, like, we'll find out. If Washington could show up and you can hit that double bet that you love so much, I will have a lot more respect for this team. Until then, I think they suck.
I'm taking the Ravens. Actually.
Yeah, Ravens that double down bet, bro.
Yeah. Ravens all day. The Washington team is a true test for them. But can I just, when the heck are they flexing games so early in the year?
Right.
That's insane.
They wanted to. CBS wouldn't let it happen. They didn't want to.
Yeah, I heard that. But the players' union really sucks in the NFL. Like, you're flexing games. What are we, week 6? That's insane.
It is.
Because the NFL is they're fucked up right now. Whoever's running this marketing for them,
it's so messed up.
It's ridiculous. They focus on the now and they just try to exploit the shit out of it. Like even Bill Belichick was saying how he couldn't stand seeing Taylor Swift shown on camera anymore. It's reached the point. It's played out. Like nobody cares. We know they're dating. Cool. Like hopefully they get married and have lots of kids. Like nobody gives a fuck.
Safety of these players is bullshit though. You're flexing games in week 6. I get it. You want to flex in the last couple of weeks of the season. Okay, that makes sense. You want that primetime number. All right. but you're flexing now.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
god,
November, December, fine. You know what I mean? Around the holidays and shit,
Yeah.
start flexing games and whatever. Absolutely. You got to keep up with the college bowl games anyway, right? So you got to keep shit interesting.
What
But
would be the
fucking week
deadline?
6?
What would be the deadline for them to know when they get flexed?
13. Week 13.
No, I'm talking about the deadline. So, like, if this Baltimore game was going to get flexed, when would the organizations know that they're?
Oh, it would have been
night,
flexed. It would have been flexed
Yeah.
like a week ago.
Yeah, like at least I think it's like at least 10 days or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's definitely over like a week for sure.
Okay. That's insane, though. That's crazy.
All right. Yeah, listen, I only want to see Taylor Swift in that box naked, so stop showing her. All right, next game. Chargers. They're minus 2.5 in Denver. Chargers coming off a bye week. They're well rested. Denver, yes, they got a great D, but Chargers, man, they run the ball. They still got Herbert. I like their chances going into Denver getting that W. Give me the Chargers.
This is
Close
a tough,
game.
it's a tough one. This is like a 405 game. You know, this would be a good warm up game before the Giants and shit. Like, this would actually be one that I probably will end up watching a little of. Oh, man. I honestly think in reality, these two teams will show who's really the better of the two. But I kind of almost see it being like maybe not as high scoring because Denver's obviously got a way better defense. But I see it being one of those kind of sort of back and forth games like the Tampa Saints one was on Thursday. Just a lot less scoring because these guys, you know, the defenses are way better. But like, you know, 3-and-out, bang, punt, this, that. Dude, this is a tough one, man. I'm going to go with Herbert because he's healthy. But, man, I'm telling you, it's not going to be no cakewalk for him.
I agree with Jules. I think it's going to be really close because they know each other so well. You got two really good coaches that are going to game plan for this. It's in the division. But I think just because Herbert's there, they're going to run the ball. Harbaugh's done a really good job when he coaches in the NFL. He did with Alex Smith. He did with Kaepernick. He's doing it with now Herbert. He's taking the ball out of their hands, and he runs, and he runs the ball. And, you know, they're going to run the ball, and they're going to beat Denver. They're going to wear that defense down, and it's going to be an ugly win for the Chargers. It's going to be close, and it's going to be ugly.
Give me the under in that game. All right, moving on to a shitty game. Pittsburgh is minus 2.5 in Vegas. I mean, I don't know if I had to pick a game, I just flip a coin. Probably Pittsburgh, right?
Pittsburgh all day.
I gotta go Pittsburgh
all day.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Devontae Adams is trying to get out of there. The Raiders are kind of a little bit off key right now, and this is that game for Pittsburgh to come in and just be like, okay, we lost, we got to come back. Let's get this right and and we'll be all right.
Wow,
the Steelers are the perfect 500 team.
Might have to bet some real money on Pittsburgh the way you guys talk about them. All right. I'll be doing that at 4:00 or 3:55.
You know, could you imagine if Devontae Adams gets traded this week to fucking Pittsburgh? Like whoever was calling it earlier, like that'd be fucking hilarious.
That will be pretty fucking cool to see. Then I definitely tune into that game. All right, next game, Atlanta's minus 5.5 in Carolina. Division game. I want to bet Atlanta, but they play too close of ball games to everybody. Give me Carolina with the points.
I agree. Carolina with the points. 100%.
No, are you guys nuts? Yo, you're talking about that they played every game close, right? Okay. Because they played the Steelers, who obviously had a good defense, and they lost, and that was Kirk Cousins' first fucking game back after an Achilles injury. But let's not forget, they beat the Eagles. Okay? Oh, close game. It was the fucking Eagles. All right? They lost a close game to the Chiefs, who were undefeated two-time Super Bowl champs.
They should have beat the Chiefs. They should have beat
the division game against the Saints. Fine. The division game and division game against the Bucks. Yes, it's another division game, but it's Carolina, bro. I think that offense is clicking. They're smart. They're going to run Bijan. I think the Falcons are going to fuck them up. All right? Like Kirk Cousins threw for 500 yards, bro. Hey, what the fuck else you wanted to do?
I'm sure we'll get a text, Finn, at like 7:30.
Yeah, I know. I think because he had such a great game and it was on national television, it's going to be a little bit of a letdown from Cousins. That's what I see.
Yeah, more Bijan.
Let's go.
Bijan all day.
Bijan all day.
They don't give him the ball enough. They don't give him. He don't get the ball enough.
The kid needs the ball way more than them throwing 8 times.
For real. All right. Ooh, this is a good game. Detroit's in Dallas. Detroit is minus 3.5.
This is
I
a
like
good
the
one.
scoring. Give me the scoring in this game.
This is a go. I mean, this is probably the one that I'll be fucking having the split screen between fucking the Chargers and Denver with this one, obviously. I'm Detroit all day with this. They're my actual. It's like I like Detroit, Green Bay. Those are the teams I really like in the NFC besides the Giants, obviously, when you're just picking shit. I think Detroit's gonna fucking wake them up a little. I think they want revenge. Let's not forget last year with that bullshit fucking call at the end. You know, like if they don't coming off of a bye and fucking put it to Dallas, then they ain't for real.
All right. I like
This is in Dallas.
Oh, it's in Dallas.
Yep.
I'm not saying they're gonna go in there and blow the doors off of them, but
I'm gonna go with the home team here. I think Dallas leads this win. I don't really like Dallas defense; is still nicked up and stuff like that, but they'll gut it out. You know, Detroit. I'm not so sold on Detroit like everybody else is. I think Detroit. I don't know. Something about Dan Campbell. He gets them to play. I don't know if he's truly an X's and O's guy. I think McCarthy is at least that. I'm not a McCarthy guy either, but I think Dallas will be buttoned up and it'll be a close one, and Dallas will win on an Aubrey field goal.
oh, they'll get the Jerry Jones calls late and
They'll get some calls their way, and they'll a big play down the field, and then Aubrey, bing, right before the end of the game, they win the game.
I'm thinking a 38-35 final. Detroit wins by a field goal. I think this could be one of the things, Jules. Bet Detroit money line, take Dallas with the points. All right. Moving on to the Sunday night game, non-flexed at Giants at MetLife Stadium. Cincinnati comes into our stadium favored by 3.5. Give me the Giants all day, baby. Let's go. Let's score some points.
And according to like Sports Line picks, they are fucking 85% public bet for the spread and 94% for the fucking money line. So we are coming in as major underdogs in my book, even though it's only a 3.5 point fucking spread.
That's crazy.
Listen, Vegas knows something. Why is it 3.5? That's just weird, bro. Like that's weird. I'll take that half a point.
I think, I think it'll be close. I'm gonna rock with the Giants on this one. I hope the Giants win, close, ugly. It'll be low scoring, and hopefully our defensive line comes through. I think the game this rests on the shoulders of Brian Burns and Thibodeau, because Dexter's going to get neutralized. I think Dexter's going to have trouble, and those two have to show up. Like you said at the top of the podcast, Trader, we got to get to Burrow. If we got a shot at winning this game, got to get to Burrow. I think we can score on Cincinnati, but we get in our own heads. You know, I hope Neighbors will be back and good to go. I hope we see a two-headed monster in Singletary and Tracy.
That's if he's healthy.
What's that?
We don't even know if Tracy's going to be if
Singletary. Yeah, I heard Singletary might be multi-week. Yeah, I heard he might be out again. And then, I got to tell you, Eric Gray runs the ball well. He's just, the fumbling is just killing me, though.
Yeah, he got to learn to protect the ball. And you know what? You want to talk about like a nice 1-2 combo. If that kid Gray could just get better with the ball protection and the way Tracy runs, dude, this reminds me of the old school shit with Jacobs. I mean, he's not as big. You know what I mean? He's not fucking running everyone over, but it's very similar. Very similar. That's what I'm talking about.
You guys are talking about Ron Dane then.
Ron Dane sucked.
That was Thunder and Lightning. Bro. He's the Thunder and Lightning. That's what
I'll just say.
It should have been Short Alexander. Stupid.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I said before, I like the Giants probably 45-13.
Yo, you're fucking nuts, Trader. You're out of your mind.
My spread might have went up since early in the podcast.
45 points. Yeah.
Imagine they score. I will be unbearable to everybody, to strangers on the street. What the Giants just did? Get out of here. Who are you? It's going to be like that. I'm telling you.
I'm going out. It's Columbus Day. I'm off the next day. I'm going out for that game. I don't know where I'm going. I'll be out. I'll be out in the streets.
Listen, maybe we get some cheap tickets somewhere.
Celebrating. Oh, man. Go Giants. All right. The list. In New York again. So back-to-back. That's at MetLife Stadium. The Jets are home. They play the Bills. Bills come in -2.5. Usually when a new coach takes over or interim coach, whatever it may be, usually they get fired up and emotions are high. Monday night, Buffalo coming off a big loss, but still, give me the Bills, man. I don't trust the
Ooh.
Jets right now. I know everybody's gonna be hyped up on the Jets, want to bet them, but I don't think it's happening. I think Buffalo comes in and gets that W.
And Buffalo's had back-to-back losses as well as the Jets. It is for the division. The big thing for me, obviously, I'd wait to bet because I would want to see how healthy that kid Shakir is. Shakir has been a fucking safety blanket for Josh Allen. He's way better when he's in that game. Like he had, I didn't record how many passes, but I know that Josh had like at least 4 or 5 passes dropped in the first half on him against the fucking Houston Texans. All right. So, not saying that he's going to, be that guy, but he definitely seems to play a little bit better and takes it up a level. So for me, it's on that. If Shakir's playing, I know what you're saying with the hype, with the coaches and all that kind of shit. And, it's going to be a fun one to watch. That's for sure. But I think with Shakir, I think the Bills can pull it out.
There's no doubt in my mind the Jets win this game. No doubt. All this funhouse stuff, they're going to put it all behind them. Everybody's going to forget it because they'll be the first place in their division with this win. The Bills, you want to talk about injury, Jules? What's Josh Allen going through? He had some bath salts that he inhaled on the sideline. Then he got back out there.
Everybody talking up that nonsense. That's hilarious.
But,
if anything, he started playing better.
Jules, they gave him smelling salts for his ankle injury, they said.
Yeah, come on. Unbelievable. Independent doctors, my ass. So basically I think the Bills are in a lot of trouble with this game. It's in the Jets' house, or our house, I should say. I think the Jets win. And dark horse, Devontae Adams to the Bills is a possibility.
Yeah, they can't do it financially. It's just almost nearly impossible. Because don't forget the Bills literally paid Stephon Diggs' contract. I said, we just want to get rid of you so bad that we'll even pay you outright.
You guys, like, all right, cool. Did you guys watch Diggs' speech in the locker room after the Houston game, after the Houston Bills game?
No.
I watched his speech after he banged Cardi B 8 months pregnant. I've heard that speech before.
Oh, I didn't even know that was,
that's a rumor going around.
All about himself. He made
that's all he is. Dude,
he's a cancer man.
He should be Stephon I Diggs or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that should be his middle initial I, like Stephon I Diggs. You know what I mean? Because that's what he does. It's crazy. I'm surprised he hasn't caused more commotion in Houston, but he seems to have this sort of pattern where he'll go to a team. Like he went to Minnesota the first 2 years, you didn't really hear much. Then he started getting more acclimated with the quarterback and the team and the fucking NFL. And then he was crying that he's better than Adam Thielen and he should get the ball. So they get rid of him and they trade him and he goes to the Bills in the first couple of seasons of the Bills. Fucking fantastic. Dude's catching 120 passes. Holy shit. Josh Allen breaks out. Like they go into the AFC Championship games. And then what? They lose a couple of times. He forgets that he's dropped that pass down the fucking sideline. That could fucking hide the game. You know what I'm trying to say? And he forgets about all that. And then it becomes all about Diggs. So, you know what? He's just that kind of player. And look, that's how a lot of these fucking wide receivers are. You know what I mean? They just end up being Stephon Diggs. You know what I mean? Dude fucked me up in a fantasy league, so I'm fucking pissed at him. But
the fantasy. All right, that's a wrap. That's the picks.
Picks are in. Football is fun. You know what? Like I want one thing to kind of just keep them. Oh, I just wanted to add one thing here. We didn't get to pick my favorite fucking team this week because they're on a bye in the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And we're just going to talk about the Chiefs because it's just the more and more as the season goes on, the worse and worse it gets. All right. I saw a commercial for Bravo TV. They're going to do a show called The WAG, right? And that's the acronym because it's wives and girlfriends. For guess what team? The Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Taylor Swift's not supposed to be on it. Pat Mahomes' wife's not really supposed to be on it. They're not the stars. So they're pulling other players from the team and their wives and girlfriends or whatever. But literally, Bravo is going to start to follow this team's fucking wife and girlfriends just around like during the fucking season and how they react and the parties and how they get their man ready for the game and whatnot and what they do, taking care of kids and what shit. Yeah, bro. It's disgusting how much this NFL, it will just fucking let anything happen. You know what I'm trying to say? Like as soon as this gets a little bit noise, you'll know they're gonna have fucking camera crews at the game. You know, we were last week against fucking the Raiders. Yeah, we whooped their ass.
Jules, it's
Like-
a Kardashian effect. That reality TV, the NFL wants to grab that viewership.
Yeah, that's it, dude. That's it. So they sold out for Swifties. They're selling out for the 3P. Now they're looking for reality TV. I mean, bro, like if the NFL wasn't fixed, you would think it was. You know what I'm trying to say? Because it's like a fucking TV show every week. It's ridiculous. You got fucking coaches coming in and getting whacked on Tuesday mornings. I mean, you know, like the unexpected happens every week. People are just fucking teams that fucking should absolutely suck a 4-1. I don't get it, man. It makes no sense to me, bro. This NFL is upside down this year. We're living in Stranger Things, and we're in the upside down world right now in the NFL.
Jules, a lot of people thought the NFL was fake when Tyree got a football stuck to his head on the Super Bowl. I mean, how fucking nuts is that? You know, that's reality fucking TV. I don't know how that shit happens still to this day.
But yeah, shout out to my Kansas City team, because I keep telling you guys they're gonna fucking three-peat. When we're sitting here in February, you guys are gonna be like, God damn it, you were right.
I hate them now. I fucking hate watching them.
Listen, people should really fucking cheer for us, because I think the Giants are the only ones that have that sort of kryptonite that will like fucking limp into the fucking playoffs at like 9-8 and fucking go on a run and end up playing the Chiefs, who will be like 17 or they'll be 18 and all over the fuck they'll be, and then have won all the playoff games, and we'll just have to fucking stick it to them and fucking ruin all the Swifties' lives. They're like, oh, fuck this.
Imagine we do that again to a team, sneak into playoffs and fucking go on a run. It would make people, some Giant fans, their head would explode. Daniel Jones,
my boy,
go for us. Like it would just too much.
Like it would have to be like spectacular, like where we end up beating like Washington in the divisional round or something, and they're like fucking 13-4. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those, like the same fucking shit. You know, same fucking thing. Go to Green Bay, we beat Jordan Love this time.
If I could say, how's Shane look with the whole running back situation, the whole Saquon drama? And Saquon's doing his thing with Philly so far. It's great.
Yeah.
But by drafting Tyrone Tracy in the 5th round,
that helps.
Again, it's just one win, so whatever. But like, if this continues, it's like what I've been saying the whole time. Saquon is replaceable. He's replaceable. As good as he is, if they don't win the Super Bowl, they have to win the Super Bowl. The Saquon signing, to me, is a bust. It's a bust from Philly.
Because they've already been to the
cherry
Super
on
Bowl.
top.
They've already been there.
Yo, yeah, they've been there. He's the cherry on top. He's the difference maker. Same with Baltimore with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is supposed to put them over the top. So that would be a bust signing to me if they don't do that. So I don't want to hear it. Running back, you don't start building with a running back. You finish with a running back.
I agree with you.
That's how you build it. So
I absolutely agree with you.
I hope Shane, because I think he made the right moves there when it came to running back. It looks like he made the right moves. I was skeptical on the offensive line. Let's hope these classes show out,
And real quick too, one other thing, like I think, and don't quote me on this part, but like it's astronomically low. That I think that every other running back on the Philadelphia team has like a combined 10 carries on the year. All they're doing is running Barkley.
Yeah.
Like, dude, they got like, what are you going to give this guy at this point in his career fucking the heaviest workload he's ever handled? Like, yo, that shit ain't gonna let you go lose this dude come playoff fucking time. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see how like fucking get right fucking Philly gets this fucking week against the Browns. But that's just another thing.
With those receivers back, they
go back in there.
Yeah.
Huh?
With those receivers back, and I feel like that.
If they're both back, then yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it should start to balance out again.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Mexico City where they had to wear like fucking 4-inch cleats because the field was so shitty.
Remember, AJ
Brown
is a big diva. Brown is a big diva that wants the ball and he will yell at Jalen Hurts. I like CD fighting with Dak. Everybody's fighting.
It's great, dude. The whole division's upside down, bro.
Our team's getting along. We're getting along. So I'm hoping, just eke out a couple more wins here, and let's get to 500.
Listen, we can start this Sunday. A win over fucking Burrow.
One game at a time. Let's just work out.
A win over Burrow and company would be fucking huge.
It'd be nice.
That would be huge. That would be one of the biggest wins in recent memory besides the playoff win. All right.
Yeah,
that's kind of where I would rank that one. So let it be. Hopefully we're not too fucked up by Sunday night, because I do want to remember most of this game. All right. Hey, I'm gonna try to lay off the shots until like later on in the evening. But hey, we got a Sunday night game. Maybe you'll fucking see our crazy asses there. We don't know yet. It's only Tuesday. We'll see how the rest of this week plays out. But we'll see you guys next week no matter what. Peace.
Go Giants.
Well,